Do you have a decade?
I don't think I've ever seen you this sad. What's wrong?
Joey, I'm sorry. I should have told you. I'm waiting for Ian.
Okay. But in the meantime, I'm here.
Well, don't you have plans for your birthday party?
Dad's out of town, so we're just gonna do the family cake thing this weekend. Kevin bought me a bowl of chili and gave me an earful of advice. Typical.
Well, he missed you.
Well, I'm back. All the way.
Didn't you say you had to be somewhere?
Well, I can wait. Look, tell me what's on your mind.
Happy birthday.
How'd you know? Wow. For me?
Your favorite beer, chilled, Pavarotti. And I christened the Tuscan cookbook that you gave me for Christmas. Of course, aquacata. And I baked bread in this little kitchen, no less. I mean, who else would appreciate Picasso's Pin the Tail on the Donkey?
You did all this?
Me, myself, and I.
Dorothy, I'm speechless.
Good, because I don't want you to say anything right now.
I don't know how to thank you.
Yes, you do.
A rare talent. A man who can make a perfect martini for the second time as perfect as he did the first time. Now, the only question remains, can you improve on perfection with enough practice?
Is there money in it?
Bigger and better tip.
Unfortunately, that will not save my sagging fortunes. But thank you. What news?
Plenty.
Tell Pop.
It's nice to see a kind face.
Oh, yeah. This is the one and only place where you can count on finding one. Set me up again, Max.
Mel, what are you doing?
Drinking a martini. Before I finished it.
Coming right up.
I thought you were on the wagon.
Oh, didn't know. Sorry.
Oh, no, don't be sorry. The day I've lived through, I'm entitled, but I sense judgment in the air.
Nope, not for me.
All the same. I don't want to make you a collaborator, Max.
Aren't things bad enough?
Good night, Claire.
What was that all about?
Well, my guess, it was Dorian. She crashed and burned at Star's birthday party. Can't rely on Dorian now. She has to save herself. Now I have to get my little girl back.
Not to worry. Operation Billionaire is on target.
And we are all set to pull the trigger. I specifically asked Dorian not to come to Star's birthday party. Of course, couldn't believe when she walked in there with Mel and Kelly. Of course, Vicky tried to smooth things over for a little bit, and then Dorian went in this total spasm about how terrible it was for a parent to use an innocent child as a pawn.
Well, she's right.
What? Max, I know that, but Dorian was totally out of control. Mel tried to calm her down, of course. Then she accused Mel of siding with Vicky. Thank God. Cassie finally got her out of there.
Vintage Dorian.
No. No, this was different, Max.
Come on. Every time Dorian has seen Star with Todd, she's gone off the handle.
Yeah, but this isn't about Star. This is about Dorian.
Look, whatever it's about, I want you to stay focused and not get sidetracked.
Not a chance. Dorian has to save herself, and I have to save Star. And things are moving right along as planned.
You showed Ian the payroll records from the Sun?
Yes, I did. Then we discussed how much it was going to cost us to lure Todd's staff away from Todd, and I think now that he knows all of this, he's really hot to get his hands on the paper.
Yeah, well, you keep fanning those flames, because the sooner you get your hooks in him, the sooner I get a good chunk of his cash.
Max, it's just a little bitty problem.
What?
Well, he wants to know how I got a hold of the payroll records.
You didn't tell him.
You think I'm an idiot? If he knew that I was involved with you, he would be very, very suspicious.
Oh, to put it mildly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell him he's got your own methods, and he doesn't need to know what those methods are.
Yeah, I did look mighty sexy in that janitor getup, didn't I? Todd walked right past me and didn't even notice.
Yeah, even when he got us locked in the broom closet.
That wasn't my fault.
Look, Ian is primed. It's time to move on to the next step.
Which is?
Which is using Ian's money and your old influence to lure the key staff employees from the Sun away from Todd, leaving him with the empty shell of a newspaper.
I get to take the two things away from Todd that he loves the most. Star and the Sun. Ooh, Max, I just love this idea.
This is managing editor.
Charlie Briggs. Shouldn't be a problem. I know he wants to work with me again.
When they fall hard, don't they?
No, it's not like that at all. Charlie is a total professional.
So are you, honey.
I think I'm gonna call him right now.
Interrupt his dinner?
Come on. He works for Todd. Doesn't have a life of his own.
I'm fine, really. Well, no, but it's about Aunt Dorian, okay? And don't tell me that she's just doing this for attention, that I need to go on with my life, okay?
She's been the center of your world since you were 9 years old, Kelly.
And here we go again. Same old thing, right?
No, it's not the same old thing. Okay, I can see that things have changed, but Dorian is still the hub of the Kramer family wheel. With you, Blair, and Cassie as the spokes who keep the whole thing hanging together.
Yeah, well, it's not hanging together very well anymore. Stuff is flying at us from all different directions.
And stuff about Dorian's past, Miss Stonecliffe and all that.
It just keeps getting weirder and weirder, and I don't really want to get into it.
Well, I don't need to know about it. What's important is how it affects you. And I can see that.
As long as she had Mel, you know, I was sure that everything was going to be okay.
Well, what happened with Mel?
They got into a big argument. Star's birthday party. It was just about the last straw. Don't ask.
Okay.
It was awful. I mean, Cassie finally took her home. I went over to Aunt Dorian's today to check on her. She was a basket case. It's like watching a scared animal hiding from something that might kill it.
No wonder you're upset. I mean, if the message is that she can't keep herself safe, then how can you count on her to keep you safe? Which she's always done.
I can take care of myself.
No, I'm not saying that. Sure you can. It's just all of us are used to some sort of a certain order of things, you know? Like Dorian has always been there to control her girls and love them. And the sun always comes up in the morning. What if the sun didn't show? All of a sudden, you have to make your own light in your own world, right? And make your own heat. What if you weren't so sure about how to make fire, you know?
exactly how I feel.
But you do. I mean, you know how to make fire. That's very obvious. It's very clear to me right when I came back from Europe. I mean, everything that's happened to you over the last year has made you grow stronger, Kelly. You don't need Dorian or anybody to protect you from anything. That is what you've been trying to tell me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you'll be okay. And so will Dorian. I mean, she's an ultimate survivor. I've seen her go down, and she'll never let anybody count her out.
I don't know. It's like she's fighting herself.
Well, she'll win that, too. Trust me. I mean, Dorian will not let herself be in a bad place for too long. And she'll claw her way out of the dark if she has to. But she'll be back on top. You'll see.
If she loses Mel?
Well, Mel doesn't strike me as a quitter or a coward.
Neither of you. And she turns you into an enemy.
Well, I was a kid. He's more of a seasoned veteran of a couple of wars.
Well, he's right in the middle of another one, that's for sure.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Hi, Dad.
Was I invited to this party? Uh-oh. It's time to beat a hasty retreat. Where's the birthday boy?
I think I was stood up.
Oh, baby. I'm sorry.
You've been drinking.
Oh, my children.
I cannot tell a lie.
What happened?
It's a relief, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to spend all your time wondering whether dear old Dad will succumb to the booze. This is it. The waiting is over.
Well, why didn't you just come here before? Or Tamara, I mean, she's at the hotel.
Oh, this was inevitable.
The old excuse.
That's the way it is.
Well, who you gotta blame this time? Nobody went down in an airplane as far as I know of. Is it about Dorian?
Damn straight. You want to make something of it?
No, but you do, obviously. So that's it. She falls apart, you drink. Is that why you've been pushing her so hard?
Oh, why did I come here?
I don't know, Dad. Why don't you try and answer that yourself? I mean, you know how I feel about booze, and you come here with a pitcher of martinis under your belt.
Actually, 2 martinis. Boy, am I out of practice. I'm going to have to go in for some serious training here.
And now you're deliberately trying to make me angry. So I'll say ugly, hurtful things, then send you straight out to the nearest bar so you'll have the perfect excuse to just keep on drinking, and it's going to be my fault. I mean, like the first slip was Dorian's fault.
All right, I'm out of here.
You set this minefield up. You walked through it.
Give me my jacket.
No, you came here with a whole scenario laid out. I'm not gonna play the part you wrote for me this time.
Wait. Is this what they teach you in shrink school? Never argue with a drunk? Well, this is terrible. I'm going to have to take my entertainment elsewhere. And I think it's downright unworthy of you to deprive me of one of life's greatest pleasures, arguing under the influence. My jacket, please.
Look, I have a perfectly good dinner ready. Let's just sit down and eat, okay?
The old trick. Sobering me up.
I worked really hard on that dinner. It's just gonna go to waste.
All right. I may stay a little while if I can find something decent to drink. Oh, what's this? Designer bourbon? That's it? When did you decide to become a yuppie? Oh, well. Find a clean glass.
I guess it's true what you said about Dorian. I've never known her to live on the dark side, you know? I guess that's why this is so hard on me. on everybody.
Well, everyone visits the dark side at some point.
I know, believe me.
I think Dorian's gonna come out of her private hell a stronger person.
I did. From mine this summer.
Well, that's obvious. Just the way you're handling it.
And here I am in a bar, because I don't want to be alone, but at least I didn't go out driving into the night. I've grown up a lot, and I plan to keep on growing.
Well, now you're talking.
You know, I used to try to be somebody, or anybody else. You helped me a lot with that.
No, I think you did all that by yourself.
Dorian has always believed in me. Even when she found out I caused Blair's accident. And that I, killed Brendan. She would have fought the world for me if she had to.
Well, maybe now she feels that she needs to fight for everyone.
I wonder.
You, Melinda, Cassie, Blair, Addie.
Star and Mel, her family.
Wow, so now she considers Mel part of her charmed circle?
Well, he told her he loves her.
Good, she needs to hear that.
Have you finally forgiven her?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it. I guess I have. She hurt me, I hurt her back. But it didn't end there. We still fed off of our old anger.
You know, I used to be jealous of that anger because I wasn't a part of it.
That's exactly what Dorian wanted. She always tried to keep us apart. Guess it worked, didn't it?
Well, do you think that she's still angry at you?
Well, when I returned from Europe, she crashed this welcome home party at Mom's. There was a flash of anger that night, sort of like a spark that flared and then died out. I guess she just felt she didn't need it alive.
Because now she has Mel.
I wish Mel would have come along sooner. Don't you think we owe it to ourselves to see what it would be like for us now that Dorian's otherwise occupied?
Hello?
Ian. Hi. I'm waiting for you.
Well, here I am.
Good.
Is this a private conversation, or can anyone join in?
Well, I don't think you'd be too familiar with the subject under discussion.
Really? And what would that be?
Love.
Charlie, it is so good to see you. You have a seat.
Well, I was delighted when you called.
Well, you did give my apologies to Mrs. Briggs, didn't you?
Oh, it's quite unnecessary. She's used to it, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't have much of a life these days, do you?
Well, newspaper business being what it is, I guess I'm lucky to be employed.
Well, what if I told you you never had to work with Todd?
I still have a daughter in college. It'll be a while before I can retire.
Oh, come on. You're too young for that and too good.
Yeah.
So, how is Mary Sue anyway?
Well, she made the dean's list. Now she wants to go to grad school.
That's wonderful. So I guess you really could use a 10% raise, huh?
Oh, sure.
And what if I told you about profit participation plan?
Man can dream.
That's what I'm offering.
Are you back at the Sun?
Nope. I have been approached to start up a new newspaper. And I have carte blanche to pick my own staff.
Somebody who's not interested in making much money if they're handing money out that liberally. I mean, you know, newspaper business operates on a small profit margin.
It is someone with deep pockets. It's important for him to put out a quality paper by happy people.
Ian Armitage.
How did you know?
Well, Todd told me Armitage offered to buy the Sun, was turned down. So what's going on here?
Come on, Briggs. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
True? You didn't by any chance pay a clandestine visit to Todd's office recently, dressed as a cleaning woman?
A cleaning woman. Me?
Well, Todd's been on a rampage about a missing computer printout. It's been missing since one evening when he was working at his office, and he noticed that someone on the cleaning staff was hanging around outside of his office. Someone who happened to be wearing expensive-looking high heels. Now, you tell me that you're in league with Armitage, who wants to take over the Sun. What's an old reporter to think?
I would say an old reporter hasn't lost his touch. That was me.
What'd you filch?
Payroll figures. That way I could prove to Ian that we can give a 10% salary raise and turn a profit at the same time. And we can.
You said a new paper.
Well, it will be, under Ian's management. You haven't been happy since you left the Banner now, have you?
No. And it would be wonderful working with you again.
Well, let's do it then, okay? But I have to trust that you won't give Todd any advance notice.
Well, I guess I could find some way to satisfy my conscience. Let me see. Now, this is definitely news.
Yes, it is.
And if I put on my reporter cap, then I would be justified in protecting my sources, namely you.
Absolutely.
But Todd is suspicious already. And if he gets wind of this, he's going to find some way to sabotage your plans and take us all down. This is a big risk, and I can't afford to find myself out of a job. I'm not so sure about this, Blair.
Love?
We were just talking about Aunt Doreen and Mel.
Oh, among others. I'll give you a call tomorrow, Kelly, see how things are going with you and Dorian.
Sure. Thanks for the encouragement.
Anytime. See you around, big guy.
Unlikely. So, what's this about Mel and Dorian? Did something new happen?
Oh, well, I think it's just more of the same, more intense and just scarier.
Oh, is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, exactly what you're doing right now. I knew that I would feel more grounded when you were around.
I wished I'd known that earlier.
Well, I spoke to Renee. She says that you still come here for dinner a lot, so I decided to hang around. Then Joey walked in and saw how upset I was.
I'm sure he made things worse.
No, actually, he didn't. He knows Dorian, and he knows me, so he understood. Actually, he made me feel a lot better about everything.
Then I am grateful to him.
That's very sweet of you.
Let's build on that. How about a nice quiet dinner here in the hotel dining room? It's late enough that we will probably have the whole place to ourselves.
I like that.
Okay. And then, after that, why don't we try and top our whaling adventure, because the night is young and it belongs to us.
Is that any way to treat 20-year-old bourbon?
Is this why you asked me to come to Landview? So that you wouldn't have to go very far to humiliate the both of us?
Who's humiliated?
I am. Because despite my professional training, I thought maybe I could make a difference to you. Mare warned me to stay in New York.
Oh, thank you, Mother.
Well, at least she has no illusions. I held on to mine.
Look, if you're not going to give me my jacket back, at least give me my car keys, all right?
No. I am not going to let you drive in this condition.
I have had 2 pathetic drinks. Now, you give me those keys.
If you had died when you were shot, it wouldn't have been your fault. But if you take your car and slam it into a phone pole or into somebody else, it will be. At least I can stop that from happening.
Dorf. Dorf! Don't! Now, may I have my jacket? At least I can smoke.
Daddy!
Your picture hanger, ma'am. Reporting for duty.
Not tonight, okay?
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I know that's bad, but I ran into Kelly, and she was kind of in some bad shape because of some family problems.
Yeah, well, so am I. So let's just skip this, okay?
Oh, boy. I can't believe that you did all this and I didn't show up. I feel like such a jerk.
Never mind.
I thought you just wanted me to come over and hang a poster for you. I didn't think that it mattered if... Well, I guess I didn't think, period. Hey, I'm really, really sorry. Dorothy, listen, is there anything I can do? Please, don't cry.
Get over yourself. I'm not crying about you.
I just walked 20 blocks.
Do you want congratulations or sympathy?
Oh, I'm not sure. But I do have a mighty thirst.
Well, I can handle that.
Yeah, I'll bet you can handle anything. Gin martini, straight up. No olive, no twist.
Wendy, put this back, will you? Sure. There we go.
So I've been sampling martinis in several establishments this evening. It's kind of a survey. I'm a reporter. Or I was a reporter. Now I'm a columnist. But a newspaper man is a newspaper man, as my dad would say. So, R.J. Gannon, did you kidnap the Holden twins?
Of course, there's always a risk involved when anybody goes up against Todd, but look at the benefits here. And if anybody can do it, I can. With Armitage's money, of course.
Yeah, well, Todd's got spies everywhere.
I know. That's why it's important that we hand-pick our staff. Okay? Whom do you trust?
Well, the department heads would be loyal to me, I'm sure.
What about shop stewards?
Yes. And we've got some hotshot new reporters who haven't signed a personal contract yet.
Well, that's great. We'll make a list right now, and then we can contact them all at once so there's no chance of a leak.
I guess I'd better let Helen know I'm going to be later than I expected.
To what? You can use my phone, and you can also tell Helen that you can go on that European trip that you guys have always planned and Todd has never allowed you to take.
You're always good at closing a deal.
Will you send her my best?
I will.
Okay.
You are making me crazy here. First you're looking happy, then you're looking worried, and then you come over here smiling. Now what is going on?
Briggs is on board. Huh, he had cold feet there for a minute. Because Todd is suspicious.
What? How?
Well, evidently he spotted my high-heel shoes and the janitor get up and think that there's been a breach in office security.
All right. You know what? This could play right into our hands. The crazier Todd starts acting, the more likely his staff is to defect. We just have to make sure we move faster than him.
Max, I am in my element. This is what I was born to do.
Among other things.
America tomorrow.
We can't give Todd any time to set up his defenses. Any chance we can get the Key's son staffers together tonight?
Tonight?
Look, the sooner we get these people on board, the better. If Todd is going to lock the stable doors, let's make sure that the horses are out.
Well, as soon as Briggs gets off the phone with his wife, I'll have him call the staff. All right, Max, now where are we going to meet? Here?
No, too public.
Well, we can't meet at Dorian's. I mean, she's in shape for company.
Well, they can't meet at my place either.
Okay.
Can't risk Ian tying me into this deal.
Where?
Ian, that's, of course, Ian's yacht. Use it.
That is perfect. It's very private. We're definitely impressed that no one sees them at the docks. How do we track people down before cellular phone?
I use smoke signals.
Hello?
Ian,
Yes?
it's Blair.
Hi, what's up?
Charlie Briggs will play ball with us.
Oh, that's very good. Call me tomorrow and we will make our plan.
No, it has to be tonight.
Why?
Well, evidently Todd is suspicious. We have to stay one step ahead of him.
Oh, bloody hell.
Well, I think that we can manage to get together all the Sun's key players tonight on your yacht in about an hour.
No, not tonight. I'm busy. We'll have to do it tomorrow.
Do you want the paper or not?
I don't see how that one day can make all that much difference.
Lesson number 1 about Todd. Never leave him an opening, no matter how small. We have to woo these people before Todd can intimidate them. Your yacht in an hour.
Right.
Problem?
Yeah, that was Blair.
Problem.
Well, the thing we've been working on is falling into place, and the people want to meet tonight.
And Blair's calling all the shots?
Well, no, I asked her to set this up. I just didn't realize it was going to happen this quickly.
It has to be tonight?
Timing is everything.
You can say that again. I guess tonight isn't ours after all. Look, can you call her back? Just postpone it, please?
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Dad promised himself he wouldn't drink, so I guess that's that.
Wait a minute, he fell off the wagon?
Not only that, but he dropped by just to make sure that I knew.
Why?
Probably to wallow in my disapproval so that he would have an excuse to keep on drinking. And I couldn't even do anything about it. Except take away his car keys, but there's got to be at least a half dozen bars within walking distance.
Look, you want to go check him out? We'll see if he's okay.
I know he's not okay. And if I found him, I would just let him have it. And if that didn't work, I would just beg. And he would just be belligerent and maudlin. We're both just so stubborn. We would just work ourselves into positions that just we could never get past. Oh, God.
Is there anything I can do to make things better?
Yeah. Why don't you go home? I'm just gonna clean up and go to bed.
You went to so much trouble.
Yes, I did.
Okay. You're mad at me.
Well, now that I know why you're late, I'm actually madder at myself.
For not telling me that this is a party?
Well, Kelly beckoned and you went running to answer the call.
Okay.
I mean, what a guy.
Come on now, let's be real, all right? This is ridiculous. You told me that you wanted me to come over here and help you hang a poster, Dorothy.
You know, I can think of about 1,000,000 words to describe me. Indirect, passive, dumb.
Okay, you're about as dumb as Einstein. And passive?
Well, maybe I'm just a coward.
Okay. I'm lost. You tell me what this is really about, all right?
You. Joey, this is about you. I mean, how thick can one individual be? Don't tell me you're as dumb as I am.
Wow. I just heard a truck.
What truck?
The one Kevin said that I probably wouldn't be aware of until it hit me.
Go.
Oh, Dorothy, please.
Good night.
I didn't realize.
No kidding.
I had nothing to do with kidnapping the Holden twins. Now, you answer me a question. Are you here as a reporter or as a customer?
Oh, the reporter in me is grafted into my brain. That's why I always work more than one level at a time. For instance, now I'm sitting here enjoying this splendiferous martini. At the same time, I'm thinking that you're acting way too cool.
It's no act.
Child molesters and kidnappers, it's the scummiest of the scum. Don't you agree, RJ? Or are you too busy being cool to give a thought to those two sweet young kids at the bottom of the river? Fill her up.
That was last call for you.
Like hell it was. Well, I've been refused a better choice than this.
Well, if he gets behind the wheel, he'll kill someone. Don't worry, he said he won't here. Oh, good. Let him stumble into a gutter and sleep it off.
How the hell did I get here? How the hell am I gonna get home?